On the 3rd of November, anniversary of the entrance of Italian troops into Trieste in 1918, following a long and bloody war fought alongside the Allies, the Italian flag flying on the City Hall in Trieste was taken down by military order. Later, civil police burned the flag, thus angering the people of Trieste. November 4th. At 3:30 p.m., a group of about 200 youths of Trieste, the majority of whom are returning from the patriotic ceremonies in the cemetery of Re di Puglia, passed from the railway station toward Piazza Unità, singing the Italian national anthem. They stop before the City Hall and shout for the Italian flag to be displayed. The civil police, under the command of British Major M.H.R. Carragher, intervene immediately and charge the crowd, by now enlarged by Trieste citizens who have joined the original procession. When the civil police carry away several Italian flags set up at tables in a cafe in Piazza Unità, the demonstrators react by throwing tables and chairs at the police. From that moment, the police action takes on a violence far out of proportion to the motives for their intervention. Shortly thereafter, a hitherto unknown squad of policemen bursts into the streets, the Mobile Unit. They circulate in close formation, charging and kicking even innocuous members of both sexes waiting at tram stops. November 5th. At 9 a.m., the police use hose trucks to try to disperse new groups of demonstrators. A violent police charge follows before the entrance to the church of Sant'Antonio, and the demonstrators become angrier. The greater part of the crowd takes refuge inside the church. A police jeep smashes in the door of the church. A police hose truck then turns its water jet into the interior of the church. Then policemen charge in and use their clubs on both demonstrators and the faithful who are gathered in the church for prayer. The police open fire. Many civilians are wounded. Blood has been spilled within the church. Therefore, according to ecclesiastical regulations, this violation of the church requires a reconsecration of the edifice. The ceremony is announced for 4:30 in the afternoon. At that hour, when the pastor is about to begin the solemn ceremony of consecration, a column of police cars roars down upon the assembly. The demonstrators react by hurling rocks. At this point, there is a burst of rifle fire from the police ranks against the crowd. Besides numerous wounded, Piero Addobbati, aged 15, and Antonio Zabadil, aged 50, are killed. Flowers and a photograph of the dead Piero Addobbati adorned the place where the boy fell. The bullets from police rifles have left their unmistakable marks even on the portal of the church. November 6th. During the morning, a police car is stopped and burned. Groups of demonstrators attacked the headquarters of the Independentist Front, said to be subsidized by Yugoslavia. An inaccurate and inconclusive communique from General Winterton had further antagonized the demonstrators. Meanwhile, an assembly of about 5,000 persons has gathered in Piazza Unità to demand that the Italian tricolor be flown at half-mast from City Hall. The police immediately intervene with jeeps protected against rock throwers by metal frameworks and hurl tear gas bombs. Toward 11 a.m., some tear gas bombs hurled by the police are picked up by the demonstrators and thrown back amongst the police, who react by opening fire on the crowd from the portico and windows of the palace of the prefecture. Trieste citizens Francesco Paglia, aged 24, Saverio Montana, aged 50, Erminio Bassa, aged 52, and Nardino Mansi, aged 15, are killed. The number of wounded rises to 40. When the Allied troops, under orders of the military government, replaced the civil police in keeping order in the city, the demonstrators received them in silence and in some instances with applause. Italian flags, which have continued to fly from private dwellings, are at half-mast. Trieste is in mourning. The families of the fallen mourn their dead. November 7th, the population of Trieste files by the bodies of the dead in pious procession. November 8th, at noon, solemn funerals are held for the victims of the incidents of the past several days. The entire city of Trieste turns out to follow the coffins along the 6-mile route to the cemetery. civil police have been recalled, and the maintenance of order is turned over to the administrative police under the authority of the president of the zone. No incidents. In the 2 days of troubles in Trieste, 6 men have lost their lives and 77 have been wounded, all, without exception, born and residing in Trieste.